What is going on, everybody? KCame here. I just got back from vacation and I've got a lot of catch up to do, and I got on Treyarch's Facebook page and I saw these pictures posted. There's a picture right here. They've got a diary entry from each of the 4 original characters. They've got Rick Tuffin's right here, and remember, you can pause it anytime if you want to read them. And then right here is Takio's. Right here is Dempsey's. Right here is Nikolai's. And so that makes me almost positive that the original characters are coming back. And then you scroll up some more on their Facebook page, and later they posted a picture of possibly a new pistol with an attachment scope. And the reason I don't think it's multiplayer is because it's Maxis. It says Maxis right there, and it's all the way back from 1915. So I'm thinking it's not going to be a wonder weapon. I'm thinking that it's going to be a kind of like the Remington New Metal Army from Buried. It's going to be like a new pistol that they just add that's not a wonder weapon. Then you scroll up even more. They've got the periodic arrangement of elements from Maxis. And so if that open up, right, you see he's got the arrangement of elements. And notice that the dates of all these are 1917, except for that last one was 1915. And then if you look right here where element 115 is, that's normally UUP on a real periodic table. This is DV. So what do you think DV could mean? I don't know. Treyarch, they're just being Treyarch. And then this one, and an end, it's got 7 little tally mark type things, and they look like they have some hieroglyphs on them. And then you scroll up even more, there's a video, and then you scroll up even more, and wait here. And then you go to the next picture. Oh wait, what? It's not showing it. My bad. I know what I have to do. There we go. And then you go to the next picture after this. There's the pistol. There's the elements. They're all from Letters from the Field. And this picture is the latest picture they released. And they've got a robot claw, which I'll talk about in just a moment in the Origins video. And they've got this thing. It looks like, if you remember the World at War campaign, they had those death cards that were like an M1 grain in the ground, and then they had the helmet with the card on top. Well, it's a head on the stock of a gun that's stuck into the ground. Maybe by bayonet or something. Who knows? But I have no clue what this could do with the new map pack other than the robot. And then you go over to Treyarch's YouTube channel. They've got this Black Ops 2 video called Origins, which they posted to their Facebook as well. And I will link this video in the description if you want to go check it out for yourself. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this through for you guys. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to play it through again and pause at some of the points that I want to, or some of the things that I want to point out that I noticed that you might not have noticed, but it's possible you might have noticed. So Alright, so how cool is that? The Origins teaser trailer, the first teaser for the last DLC, DLC 4 for Call of Duty Black Ops 2. And so now I'm gonna replay it, and I'm gonna point out some things throughout the video. Alright, so the first thing I want to point out is every story has a beginning, and the video is called Origins, so I'm thinking that it's going to be telling the origins of the 4 original characters, and so they had all the diary entries, so we're going back to the year 1917 to talk about the origins of the characters. And then here, this is a picture of Moon. If you're at the power switch, you're looking directly at it. It's going to be on the left side. I forget exactly what tunnel it's called. It's either 11 or 6. But anyways, this is Moon right here. Looks like they're going back and showing all the maps that they were at. And I'm going to give some credit to Allier. I'm finding this. His link, or his channel, will be in the description. Right here is Shangri-La, and throughout this video they're going back and playing, they're showing all the zombie maps in backwards order. So like Black Ops 1 maps they're starting out with, they're going to start out with the last DLC, which was Moon, then they're going to go all the way down and eventually into the World at War maps. Also, what I forgot to point out right there was the dials. Those are the things that are right off of spawn. You gotta go through the little mud pit thing, and they're right in that mud pit, or the quicksand, whatever you want to call it. And you need those for the Easter egg. And here we got Ascension. This is the room where that's right next to Quick Revive. You buy that door on the bottom floor, and to the right, and that's where that is. And then here, that's Chandelier. It's obviously Keynote or Toten. So we've got the large window up at the top. It's obviously a theater, which is Keynote or Toten. And I'm sorry I can't get any good pictures of those the 4 characters, but I do eventually get a picture at the end that is a really good one. Here, this is Derice. You've got the 935 logo to the right, and the textured wall, which is the doors. Here, obviously Shangri-La. It's all swampy. You've got the kind of muggy feeling in the air, and it's like a little hut right there. And I got a little confused on this part because this is Verrückt, and the original characters were not in Verrückt unless you talk about the Black Ops 1 maps of Verrückt and Nacht und Toten, because they put the original characters into that. But you had to get the last DLC, which was Resurrection, to get the maps. And so I don't know why they would put this and Nacht und Toten in this video. Not very many people have noticed this, but still a lot have. 481B and 386A, those are 2 of the numbers in Mob of the Dead. 481B is, the 2 numbers, they relate to Cell DeLuca and Michael Finn O'Leary. So that's kind of a little Mob of the Dead reference. Maybe this map is gonna show how Mob of the Dead was related to the storyline. And who knows, maybe this is before Mob of the Dead, so they're going to show who was in control of the zombies back then. Maybe the zombies are going to have red eyes again. Who knows? I mean, the background's red, it's black, so they got a Mob of the Dead reference in here. And here, obviously, Nacht und Toten, you got the large moon in the background, you got the Brussels, which is right out front. Pretty obviously Nacht und Toten, which they were only in Black Ops 1 if you got those maps. And then here they say and an end. So if you guys remember a whiles back in Mob of the Dead, or when Mob of the Dead was out, I think it was Zelensky, he posted a tweet about, you know, we get to choose the fate of the new characters of Samuel, Misty, Russman, and Marlton. So maybe that's the end they're talking about. A lot of people thought it was going to show the end of zombies and the end of everything, but I don't think that's what they're going to do here. I think they're going to save the end for later. So here, this is the good picture of the characters. You see Takio on the far left, Nikolai, and then Richtofen, and then Dempsey. They're a lot younger, which is why I think this is going to take place all the way back in 1917. Quite a bit of a change in scene here. You go all the way from the original characters, and then I think this is how the new characters die. But yet again, if they die, how would they break the cycle? That's probably going to be the Easter egg, is figuring out how to break the cycle, or who knows, maybe you're going to start out as the new crew, and then you're going to end up becoming the old crew through something, maybe the Easter egg, or just as time progresses. But this is I'm thinking this is how the new crew dies, because they say and an end, so I think that that's the end of the new crew, or it could just be the end of the cycle. And right there, that was the picture that they posted of the 7 tally marks, which I thought were hieroglyphs originally, and they open up and form. They form the word Origins, which obviously the name of the video. I'm not too certain as to whether, or as to what the next zombie map is going to be named, but this is quite a good teaser trailer and gave us a lot of information, so I am pretty sure the characters are coming back, and who knows, every story has a beginning and an end, so I'm